am Nathan Frey. I'm also here with my COO, Austin Church. He's out there. Wave your hand. He's amazing. But yeah, I'm here to tell you about Close-Up. So Close-Up enables indie bands and singer-songwriters to work directly with their fans to find free venues like living rooms or backyards, earning them a middle-class income in the process. It's a good thing. But before I get ahead of myself, let me tell you about the main problem facing over 900,000 up-and-coming artists around the world. Bands struggle to get people, primarily 30 and under, to actually pay for music. Why would these millennials shell out $10 on iTunes or a CD at Walmart when they can listen to the same exact songs on Spotify for free? Let me introduce you to one of those 900,000. This is David Ramirez. He's a singer-songwriter from Austin, Texas. His album, Apologies, debuted at number 2 on the singer-songwriter charts back in 2012. He put in 175 gigs last year. I mean, he works hard. His album is also on Spotify. So those 11 songs have gathered about 825,000 plays over the past 22 months, which might sound impressive, but when you learn the math that Spotify pays less than a half a penny, that's $3,300, or about $150 a month. Now, doesn't exactly pay the bills, right? So Spotify is great for listeners, but it's not so great for most artists. So what's the best solution for a hardworking musician like David? The answer is house concerts. Get this, a couple months ago, David booked 2 shows with us, and in those 2 nights, he made $3,500. Okay? Not $3,300 in 22 months, but in 2 shows. Now, Spotify might be able to pay his cell phone bill, but Close-Up can pay his mortgage, his utility bills, and his car payment. So, we're showing up-and-coming artists that Close-Up offers the fastest way to cash flow. The true test came for when the band Joseph wanted to tour not just 2 cities, but 16, from Portland, Oregon to Washington, D.C. and back. It was crazy, because they just launched their first album back in March, their brand new band. But Joseph set up a profile on Close-Up and picked 16 cities to ask their fans who wants to host. The host then invited those friends to each concert, pre-selling tickets online on the band's behalf. So what happened? The band Joseph made $7,600 in those 16 dates. Now, you have to remember, they're brand new. They just launched their album 4 months ago. 811 people attended the shows. 192 people bought the CDs. And that $7,000, they didn't have to share with any promoters or venues. So who came out to those shows? Millennials. Most of them don't pay for music on iTunes, but they're happy to pay for exclusive experiences in amazing places. Close-Up plays the matchmaker, bringing bands and fans together for one-of-a-kind experiences. So why now? Research group Nielsen reveals that millennials are willing to spend an extra $2.6 billion a year on premium access to their favorite artists. We're going after this opportunity. There's nothing more premium than bringing your favorite band home to share with your friends. The time is right for Close-Up because what people are calling the sharing economy has set a new precedent. People are using innovative technologies and tools to share resources like never before. So take example Airbnb. People who are looking for a place to stay can also connect with people who have extra space. Uber is connecting people who want private transportation with people who are willing to offer it. We're joining the party. Close-Up connects bands looking for free places to play with fans who love their music and have space to host. We're like Airbnb for concerts. Here's how Close-Up makes money. We charge bands a 10% matchmaking fee. We also make a small ticketing fee from fans at checkout. So when 50 people each pay about $10 a ticket, those 50 people will earn us $100 in fees. When we have 10,000 bands, each playing about 12 shows a year, we'll be making nearly $12 million a year. In the coming months, we'll begin offering bands detailed analytics to help them identify the cities with the highest concentration of fans. Bands can use this data to make better touring decisions and make their tours more profitable. But the true upside for us is with the 77 million millennials in the United States. We'll be rolling out what we call VIP fan memberships, which give millennials what they want: unique memories with amazing artists. For $5 a month, VIP fans will be the first to hear about new concerts in their area. As I said before, these concerts are small and exclusive. They'll sell out quickly, and if there's anything millennials hate, it's missing out. Let me quickly explain the underlying magic that makes this all work. Close-up shows happen in small spaces like living rooms, apartments, backyards. These intimate spaces create a sense of exclusivity. Exclusivity drives scarcity, and scarcity drives sales. We've also added some game elements to the mix. If more than one fan in a certain city wants to host the show, then aspiring hosts compete against each other to see who can get their 20 friends to sign up first. Whoever gets there first wins. You can see the little flag there. It's incredible. My band used this, and we booked a show within an hour in Chicago. But perhaps the most important ingredient is social currency. For example, Emily in the picture above got 85 of her friends to show up to her house for the Joseph show in San Diego. She acted as the booking agent, venue, and promoter, but all for free. Guess what? Joseph made $800 from that night. So why did Emily work so hard? Because throwing a great party with awesome music made her the hero of the night for both the band and her friends. We're definitely not alone in this marketplace, but let me tell you why we're going to win. Our competitor, So Far Sounds, doesn't let artists play multiple nights in one tour. With Close-Up, it's simple for a band to create an entire tour. With Fanswell, the host has to pay upfront in cash, so you have to have at least $500 or $1,000 to book the show. With Close-Up, someone like Emily can get all of her friends to buy tickets from her, and she pays nothing out of pocket. Close-Up gives 900,000 up-and-coming bands something they haven't had before: a clear path to positive cash flow. It's repeatable and sustainable. We're also giving those millions of millennials a compelling reason to actually want to pay for music again. So now for the fun stuff. What we did for David Ramirez and Joseph, we want to do for tens of thousands of artists around the world. When we have 650 bands using Close-Up, we'll cross the $100,000 threshold. As we roll out the marketing plan and more bands see the value of adding house shows to their toolkit, signups and our active user grade will grow exponentially. When we have 12,000 bands and 300,000 millennials paying us $5 a month, we'll pass $22 million in yearly revenues. Let me introduce you to the team. My background is in the music business. About 8 years ago, I started an indie record label with my friends, and this year we're on track to gross $800,000, which has been a blast. During that process, I fell in love with music and seeing my friends who are amazing songwriters actually do what they love and support their family. So I want to do that for way more than 5 artists. I want to do it for hundreds and hundreds. So that's my passion for it. I've been working with Austin Church. He built a successful software development, marketing, and publishing company here in town. He's brilliant at executing big ideas. He keeps us on track and on budget, which is very important for us. Our tech lead is Steve. He's been working for the past 10 years on large-scale software development. He's amazing, and he's way smarter than us. Close-Up came to life thanks to our incredible work of our PHP programmer, Bartek, and the creativity of our designer, Jonathan. Lastly, I got to mention our advisor and seed investor, Scott Beck. His experience in scaling companies such as Blockbuster, Boston Market, Einstein Bagels, tons of other, Ancestry.com. He's going to be incredible value as we keep on growing. We've come a long way since launching. We launched in April this year. We bootstrapped our first product, quickly ran out of money and raised another $50,000 from Scott to keep on moving forward. And as of today, we have over 80 bands on our platform, plus 2,000 or so fans from around the country who've signed up. And we've got a ton of awesome tours scheduled through the fall. So we got a lot of momentum right now. We believe that what's good for musicians is awesome for investors. That's why we're looking to raise $800,000 to scale our current product into a full-featured touring platform. With this money, we'll also build a mobile app with fan data-driven recommendations for close-up shows in their city. We will implement geolocation fan analytics for bands to better know where their fans are and how to get there in the most efficient ways possible. And lastly, we'll roll out our VIP fan memberships to all those millennials, myself included, that we're talking about. Thank you for your time. Come see me afterwards to talk more about this. Thanks. Future.